Welcome, everyone. It is Arki Hodges here, president of the Black Achievement Fund. I hope everybody is well. Thank you guys for tuning in to find out what this Black Achievement Fund is all about. For those of you who are already members, you're going to be in for a treat because today we're going to be doing a full presentation of our new Kemet retreat and residential community. I'm so very excited to be giving you guys a full presentation of that. As you know, we have been working on this development for, about 4 years now. So it's finally coming to fruition. And before we get started, I want to thank all of you for making all of this happen. I want to thank all of you from, I forgot how many it was, 26 or 32 different states who contributed to purchase our land and to get all of this kicked off. I want to thank all of you who have been participating in the Pyramid One fundraiser. Um, we still need you guys to contribute. That's going to be ongoing. We're raising $75,000 now. But thank you for sticking with us, for understanding that great things take time. I'm a very impatient person myself, so that's one of the lessons that I've been learning in the process of all of this raw land development. So before we go and do our full presentation of the Black Achievement Fund, I'm going to give you all a brief overview of what the Black Achievement Fund is. And this is for those of you who are just tuning in for the first time and want a little bit more in-depth presentation of what we are all about. All right, let me just get that on in 1 second. Okay, sorry guys for the delay. Thought I had it queued up. Okay, here we go. Can you guys see my screen? All right, you see the website?
Yes.
For those of you who are just tuning in, the Black Achievement Fund, we are a national, actually international, but for legal purposes, we are a national Black economic and community development corporation with a very simple mission, and that is to finance the grand development of Black America and beyond through a simple system of collective economics, or Ujamaa. All right, we're in Kwanzaa season, so this is really fitting for that. What is our model? What is our collective economic model? Out of 40 plus million Black Americans that we have here in the United States of America, we're appealing to 10 million. If just 1/4, 10 million, contribute $9, and our allies contribute $9 a month, we would generate $90 million every single month. That's over $1 billion a year, tax-free capital to begin the process of developing Black communities, Black institutions like Black hospitals, Black dental clinics, Black medical schools, Black universities, Black public schools or high schools, whatever institution that we need to service our community. And the grand vision, the overarching mission of what we're doing is to begin the process of reestablishing Black-owned municipalities, creating Black-owned cities all over again. Over the past several months for our info sessions, I've been providing you all with countless Black municipalities that were established during segregation, and that many of them that still live on to this day. And we've been talking about the power of operating as a municipality as opposed to a community. We talked about the benefit of us owning all of the land within that city to showcase us what we can do as African people through an African lens, through an African sense of humanity. How will we structure our city? If we had it to do on our own, using our own resources, using our own, worldview, what type of city would we create? So that's what we're here doing with the Black Achievement Fund. The BAF is open to anyone who believes in our mission and our guiding principles, regardless of race, religion, political affiliation, or sexual identity. And all of our assets are collectively owned. Right now, I want you guys to just focus on the big picture. And the big picture is that no matter what you may be affiliated with, what the Black Achievement Fund represents is a grand way for us to pool a small amount of capital individually together so that we can make a magnificent impact on Black life here in America and beyond. $9 a month. What have we done with $9 a month? Since June, first off, I'm absolutely astounded by what we have been able to accomplish with $9 a month from such a small group of people. All right? Right now, we have registered over 3,400 BAF members. We have members in all 50 states and about 6 members internationally. However, each month, we're only bringing in revenue from around 700 or so over those members. So this is a call out too for all of our members. We have an audit that we're currently doing to bring in all of that revenue. It's a great time to bring that in. All right. So for those of you who are members, please go to our audit page and complete our audit. It literally takes about 2 minutes to complete so that we can make sure that we're capturing all the revenue from people who want to contribute. All right. But very simply, 10 million of us. So right now, we bought our first 6 acres of land collectively over the course of 24 months. We had 159 total donations. And I keep these in the Kemet Club, and I like to share these because it's a constant reminder in black and white that although we're asking for 10 million people, you can be a powerful, powerful, powerful army with a small number of people. 159 people over the course of 24 months donated at various levels, from $25 a month to $20 a month to $500 to $1,000, but 159 people. And I'm sharing this because, again, I just want to honor the people who made these contributions. And I want to showcase the fact that we're not waiting for 10 million people. So if you're up here and you heard about the Black Achievement Fund before, I want you to understand that the 10 million is aspirational. We're operating with what we got right now. Right now, I'm broadcasting from our very own Kemet Club that we've been operating going on 3 years now. And our Kemet Club still crispy. It's been a beacon to the Atlanta community, all types of community people coming here all the time. All of this is off of $9 a month. We own land 2 hours south of here, 6 acres, pristine land. We got blackberries growing on the land, muscadine grapes growing on the land, blueberries growing on the land, prickly pear cactus growing on the land. I mean, the ancestors are just continuously blessing us because we're doing the right thing. And one other thing I want to point out about the Black Achievement Fund is that we're an organization with a plan. We're not just here spewing rhetoric about what we could do if. We're saying this is the plan. This is the mechanism by which we implement this plan. This is the model. BAF.solutions/join. Just like that, you're a part of the Army. So we've created the apparatus for us to begin the process of pooling our capital together. Every month, the first Sunday of the month, we have a monthly members meeting where we share with you how many people gave money this month. We share with you, the total amount that came in, so on and so forth. And any member has an opportunity to come and ask any questions whatsoever. Our taxes are on our website at all times. So we've been operating above board since we began, and nothing's going to change. Our fundraising, we have a fundraising thermometer. So anytime you contribute to any of our campaigns, you see instantly that your contribution is being counted. So we just want to point that out. And right now, I also want to make an announcement again. I made an announcement in our monthly members meeting that one of our members, who's also a member of the African Village, our partner organization, donated $13,000 to our Pyramid One campaign and to the Black Achievement Funds operating. However, she had written to Dr. Ray Hagins stating that she had wanted to give the money to the African Village, but she had been trying to get in contact with them and wasn't able to get in contact with them. So she gave the money to us instead. So they reached out to us and shared that with us. And so we forwarded that $10,000 contribution to the African Village. So I just want to make that known because tomorrow you'll see this thermometer go down to $13,949.81. However, Sister Ruby Robinson, the person who made the very generous contribution, we were still able to keep $3,000 of that contribution, and with that, we were able to give a $1,000 scholarship to one of our nonprofit members, the HELP organization, which prepares young people for getting into college and taking the SATs and all of that. And we were also able to give a scholarship to another Black Achievement Fund member for academic advancement. So it was bittersweet, but we're still doing great. We're almost at $15,000 at this point. So if you haven't made your donation, please, please, please make your donation. We're trying to get this financed in the next, well, we got about 19 months at this point, all right? When you see fundraisers come up, please make sure that you participate in the fundraiser. All of the things that we're doing, all of the proceeds are going towards building our very first members only, guest house on our land, and that is our Pyramid One guest house. So once again, the Black Achievement Fund is about action. It's important that we know who we are. It's important that we study who we are, that we teach our children who we are, but it's also important that we take action, that we don't just be about talk all the time. That we're not just always in the seat teaching about something. Let's show through example. This is our Pyramid One guest house that we're raising capital to build. And we're going to be using Black people to build this thing from the foundation up. And all of these individuals, subcontractors, are members of the Black Achievement Fund. And this is another one of the ways in which the Black Achievement Fund has been phenomenal, and that is we're recycling at minimum 60% of all of our capital, and many months over 70% of our each dollar back into our community every single month. All of the people who get stipends from the Black Achievement Fund, the people who receive scholarships or grants from the Black Achievement Fund, all of our contractors, the people who make our hoodies, our t-shirts, the people do our graphic design, the people do our social media, everyone affiliated with the Black Achievement Fund is Black. So when they used to talk about how many times the Black dollar used to circulate back in the Black community, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times, we have a simple model to ensure that at least $9 out of what you bring in, at least $9 out of what you bring in is being recycled back into your community. So the fund works in a multitude of ways. In addition to building this guest house, we're providing opportunities for members to learn how to build from ground up. And we'll talk a little bit more about that when we go through our official presentation of the New Kemet Retreat. All right, so if you want to make a donation, you can do so in a variety of ways. If you just go to BAF.solutions, pop up asking for a donation is going to come up. If you hit the donate button here, it's going to take you directly there. So we made it very, very easy for you to donate. One other thing that I want to talk about before I move on to the presentation of New Kemet Retreat and Residential Community, and that is our guiding principles. The Black Achievement Fund is not just about a dollar. We are truly here to build a better world. What we're doing here with our New Kemet Retreat and Residential Community, what we're doing by trying to establish our own city, is we're trying to have self-determination, which we believe is final world. You guys mute for me. Which we all believe is the final solution for Black liberation. We have to be self-determining people. We should be able to control the political, social, and economic affairs within our community. We shouldn't have to live in communities that have hostile police departments that have been preying on our people for decades and decades and decades and decades that we know. When we have the ability to build anew, when we have ability to build our own cities, as we did during segregation, where we have our own police departments, we have our own court system, we appoint our own judges, our own prosecutors, we have our own school system, we control our own water source. That is the level of equality that we seek in America. The ability to be able to operate as an autonomous cultural group within the confines of the structure of the American government. Let us build our own cities all across this country. So anytime you want to go anywhere, we can do it in our own city. We can have arenas and amphitheaters in our own cities. We can have our own sporting leagues in our own cities, our own big major concerts in our own cities, world-class universities in our own cities, first-rate, state-of-the-art hospitals free of charge in our cities. But it takes a shift in leadership strategy. And this is a major shift because we have been led and fed by civil rights ideology for the past 70 years. So to convince the multitude of Black people that we ourselves have the ability to come together and build our own cities that not only rival, but is better than the best cities in greater America. That takes a lot of overcoming of brainwashing. It takes a lot of convincing. It takes a lot of showing and proving. And this is what we're working diligently here to do at the Black Achievement Fund, to not just be about talk, to not just be about rhetoric, but to demonstrate all the way through that this model is nothing but a beneficial way for us to elevate ourselves from the smallest scale to the grandest scale. So joining the Black Achievement Fund, this is what you're joining. You're joining a movement of people who are seeking self-determination where they are. You're joining a community of people who are comfortable being African, who are comfortable of saying that, who want to be in fellowship with other like-minded people, who don't want to have to settle for second-class citizenship or to be an honorary European, but that we can live out who we are in peace and protect our sovereignty, protect our communities, protect our institutions through the power of a municipality. And once we do that, no other police officer in whatever state we're in can drive into our city and arrest anybody for anything. We won't have to worry about a crooked criminal justice system preying on our people, because if you get caught doing anything, you go to our own justice system. Your court is within our city. You stand before judges that we appoint, prosecutors that we appoint. This phenomenal man that you see in front of you, this is the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey, for those of you who don't know who he is. And much of what we do is inspired by his phenomenal example, and that's with the UNIA. So when I say that we're not just about a dollar, we're here to implement a more humane society, a more humane civilization. We're here to showcase what African humanity looks like when we are in charge, when it's up to us to design a perfect civilization, a perfect city. What do we do? Are we going to have houses crowded over top of each other? Are we going to have homelessness everywhere? Are we going to have businesses that pollute the environment for payoffs? Is it going to be rampant with crime and drugs? This is, man, I mean, this is the great part of the revolution. We've been passed the baton in, in the final throes of the race, when we can see the finish line and nobody behind us. We're not battling vicious dogs and fire hoses and having to send our children out to be attacked, having to be the first to integrate and being beaten and spat upon. We get to stand on their shoulders. And the objective is always to see further. Not to continue in a trance under one ideology. Things shift. Things need to be revamped. We can't stay planted to an ideology or a political party or to any party if it's no longer serving our need. I'm not going to go into, I see I'm already talking too much, and I want to get a lot through with our full presentation. But I did want to go through our guiding principles. Black unity and Black pride. We're unapologetically Black. Just because we're pro-Black doesn't mean that we're anti-white, doesn't mean that we're anti-anybody. We're saying we love who we are like everybody else say they love who they are. We're saying we have pride in our mother country just like other people say they have pride in their mother country. But if you can't say that, then there's no self-determination to be gotten. Because who are you? Collective economics, our model that we scream from the top of our lungs. Black leadership. Even though we have members of all races, political affiliations, sexual orientations, and all of those things, Black leadership is central to everything that we're doing with the Black Achievement Fund. Okay? If someone is non-Black and joins the Black Achievement Fund, they're joining in the same way that a non-Black person would give money to the United Negro College Fund for a Black person to go to college, with the tacit understanding that this money is not going to be diverted to a white person going to college. So Black leadership, we understand that we don't need the people who got us in the situation to tell us how to get out of the situation. We know how to get out and we know how to lead. People over profits, people over profits. We can't stress that enough, and we recently added this, but it's self-explanatory. Community service, you can't just be a taker, 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 taker. If we're going to create a great society, everyone has to give back. Everyone has to understand that you have to be a good citizen if you want your community to be good back to you. And every single one of us who lives in this community, you're setting an example for other people living in the community as well as guests. So being out there, showing that you're about the community is an integral part of what we're about with the Black Achievement Fund. A livable minimum wage, again, that's self-explanatory. You can't pay people peanuts because you can. International aid and solidarity. We are a Pan-Africanist organization. We don't believe in any of the divisive politics that threaten to dismantle the global Black unity that we need in order to reemerge and take over the world's political stage and show people that we have the capabilities of self-governance. So connecting with Black people all over the diaspora is absolutely imperative. Learning from other people. We've been showcasing African nations who are right now modeling a lot of the things that we're about. We profiled Botswana, which has free healthcare, which has free education, free universities, even pay the students each month a stipend to go to school. Subsidies for farming, even come and plow your fields for you. So we definitely want to make sure that, whatever we do, we keep communication channels open, and we understand that Martin Luther King said it best. He said, we may not have come here we may have come here on different ships, but we're all in the same boat now. So, that's how we look at it from the Black Achievement Fund perspective. Respect for the environment, self-explanatory. Universal brotherhood, simply meaning that, we're not trying to be against anybody. We're just for Black people. That we are a humanitarian organization that simply wants to be able to exist on the same plane and playing field as other nations, other groups of people. And Black excellence, that is perhaps one of my favorites. Our inspiration here at the Black Achievement Fund is ancient Kemet. The mother of all grand civilizations. It was African people from the entire continent that located themselves in the Nile Valley in the place that became ancient Kemet, that gave rise to that glorious civilization. It wasn't one group of people, a Mediterranean people or European people. It was just like if you take the United States of America and you look at the major cities. The best and the brightest go and try their hand at making their fortune in the big cities. It was no different in Africa. It was no different with Kemet. When you talk about the world's first, this was the example. They believed in their spirituality so much that their entire day and night was ruled by principles set forth through this spirituality. They had to recite the 42 laws of Ma'at in the morning, the 42 laws of Ma'at in the evening. They lived their whole lives to be reincarnated. That is the extent to which they believed and being a good person and being pure. They were not imperialistic at all. The only time they were imperialistic was a moment in their history where they felt that they had to expand their borders to create a buffer against an aggressively warring people, that it was just too much. So we're here to reflect on that civilization. And with that, I'm going to shift to our new Kemet retreat and residential community. All right, can you guys see my screen?
Not
No,
yet.
Okay, do you see the front cover of the brochure?
Not yet.
we only see you.
Sorry about that.
Here's the cover.
Now we see it.
Okay, great. All right. So, for those of you who have been paying attention and watching, you know a lot of this information, but some of this information will be new. But I also want to let you know that this brochure will be on our website for you all to share with other people who may be interested in the project. All right, our new Kemet retreat and residential community. This is our table of contents. We got a general overview about us. You'll see that later. So I'm going to jump right into it. Our new Kemet retreat and residential community is a 112-acre master plan development nestled in a picturesque setting a short 2 hours from Atlanta. The retreat community will feature 50 futuristic A-frame homes and a wide range of amenities, including the state-of-the-art clubhouse, cultural center with lounge and multi-purpose activity space, a spa, fitness center, swimming pool, basketball and tennis courts, a farm-to-table cafe restaurant, and a country store. Additional features include a produce farm, chicken raising and beekeeping operations, a petting zoo, and a 3-mile curated nature trail. The community will host a variety of events such as festivals, concerts, conferences, sporting and cultural activities, campouts and retreats, offering abundant opportunities for entertainment, empowerment, and relaxation.
Tell the story.
It will also be available for private rentals. All right. Ms. Faith, if you can mute everyone for us. I won't go over about us, we just did that. Our new Kemet retreat and residential community is inspired by ancient Kemet. Hence, you see these pyramid-shaped homes that we are featuring throughout our development. Our vision is to cultivate a community that fosters spiritual reflection, promotes peace, honors culture, and exists in harmony with nature and humanity. And that's one of the reasons why we created this style, the community with this style house. I'm going to speak more on it, but these style houses are mostly found in all natural nature settings, primarily because of the fact they have so much glass exposure and things like that. But you see the inspiration there. The land. Our land sits on pristine virgin land that has never been developed. The land is abundant with a wide variety of wild plants, herbs, and fruits. As you see below, and I mentioned earlier, we have wild blackberries, blueberries, prickly pear, cactus, muscadine grapes, and I'm talking dozens and dozens and dozens of bushes. So we're really, really honored to develop our retreat and residential community on this fertile land. set in such a beautifully scenic environment. So for those of you who've been on the land, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If we have time, I'll show a video of the land for those of you who haven't seen it yet. The residences. All of the homes in our new Kemet retreat and residential community are going to be these pyramid-style A-frame homes. As you can see, these homes are not tiny homes. In fact, these homes are massive residences. The first house that we're building, for example, is 30 feet tall and features 25-foot ceilings. So as soon as you open that door, you're in this, massive skyscraper-like structure, and this is your personal home. But because of the slants of the size of the house, each room provides a charming, non-traditional, more alluring appeal, I should say. When people ask me about, is this house built any different than a regular traditional house? The answer is no. Each house is built just like any other house. You have concrete foundation, you have wood frame, but you also, in our case, we also have metal framing in the front and rear facade, all right? All of the glass that you see in front of you, all of this glass is unbreakable glass, all right? Somebody can run to your house with hammers in both hands and they're not gonna break this glass. In addition to that, the larger panes of glass, just to give you a sense of cost, to make them bulletproof is $200 for a door-sized panel that is still see-through, all right? So we're going very, very futuristic with this community, with these A-style, A-frame houses. When I was conceptualizing building a model community for Black people, I really wanted to think outside of the box. I didn't want to just show another representation of European architecture, just for another neighborhood to look just like any other neighborhood you drive through in America. When you come through this neighborhood, you're gonna know distinctively where you are. And each one of these homes is custom built, all right? So you have the opportunity of creating whatever layout suits your needs, whatever functionality you want to have. If you have a wheelchair, you can have 36-inch hallways, 36-inch doorways for the wheelchair to go through. You can have your main bedroom suite on the first level, can be the back of the entire first level. You can have 1, 2, 3 floors with these home designs, and there is a multitude of facades that you can have with this house. If you don't want to have all your front all exposed in glass, you can have it where that isn't all exposed in glass, and you have your wall of windows in the back of the house. So we have a lot of different examples, not just in our brochure here, but also on our website, on the gallery for our new Kemet retreat. Here is another model of the home, and I wanted to showcase the fact that you can create these bump outs to provide more wall space and more traditional room space. If you have a lot of paintings or something like that that you want to put on the wall, you can add these cutouts. As you can see in the inside of the homes, they're very spacious. Most of our homes, people are going to have front porches and decks. Some of the homes will be built on pillars depending on the particular lot that someone chooses to buy. At the bottom here, you see another example of the A-frame with a cutout on the side. just giving you an example of the variations that you can have to the house. All of these houses are going to be perched on 1 acre lots in the middle of nature, okay? This is going to provide each homeowner with ample amount of privacy so that if you have a house that looks like this, the only people that will be able to actually see the front of your house are the people that actually come in your gates and drive up to your house, but you wouldn't be able to see your the front of your house from just driving up your street. All right, so we thought about the privacy, we thought about the safety by introducing the unbreakable glass as well as the bulletproof glass. And we wanted to have as small of a carbon footprint in nature as possible. So all of our lots will be wooded. We're not just gonna go in and just chop up every piece of land there is, but we're essentially just going to cut the middle of where the house sits, and our buyers will have the opportunity of cutting back however much of nature they want, or if you want to plant all new trees and things like that, you can do as well. But the whole objective is to create a neighborhood that really resembles a retreat community and not just a neighborhood with different style houses. All right, so for the 112 acres that we have for our new Kemet retreat and residential community, we've only allocated 50 acres for our residences, okay? So the rest of the 60 plus acres is completely devoted to green space and the amenities that I mentioned earlier, all right? So when you are in this community, wherever you are, you're going to be immersed in nature. None of the houses are going to be on top of each other, and every person who builds a house will have the opportunity to truly build a masterpiece, a work of art. Our architect, we have an in-house architect who specializes in A-frame homes. So he is delighted to work with all of you to make sure that your particular home is as unique as you are, your personality. As I mentioned, we have a ton of different styles. All right, showcasing another variation of the A-frame. You can combine multiple A-frames with the connector, such as this particular A-frame here. And I also want you to once again notice how the house is perched in nature, providing for a true cabin feel, but with a very modern, sophisticated home. All of these homes will feature luxury amenities. You're not going to have mini splits. You're going to have full HVAC systems like a regular single-family home. We have hardwood floor options, granite countertops, marble countertops, custom showers. We have other features with the glass where you can have a film put over top of your glass where you can electronically black out all of your windows, frost all of your windows at the click of a button. So we really are going futuristic with the community. Oh, before I move on, I want to talk a little bit about the infrastructure. The entire land sits on a natural aquifer, meaning we have unlimited fresh water for our community that is 100% within our control. Most of the houses in our retreat community will have a private well. At least the first 10 houses will have private wells. You won't have a water bill ever, and you will control your water source. All of the pipes that's bringing water to your house will be brand new pipes. You don't have to worry about being connected to city pipes and infrastructure that you have no idea what's going on with. So, this community, again, is really taking advantage of nature in every single aspect. All right. Um, for those who will have lots on the 94-acre lot, you will still have well water. We are looking at putting in some deep water wells that will service all of the homes on the 94-acre plot, as opposed to building 35, 40 wells on the same piece of land that's tapping into the same amount of same pool of water. All right. So again, large home plans, you can build homes from as small as 1,700 square feet to over 5,000, 6,000 square feet. So the sky's the limit, and your lot will accommodate a 10,000 square foot house if that suits your fancy. Most of our lots are flat. We do have some lots that are slanted, and you'll have your house perched on pillars, like you see here in this image. There are a variety of different types of lots that you can purchase within the community. We have some lots that are outside the main 94 acre lots, which I'll show you guys in a minute. And that's a private mini subdivision of our community. If you want to be close to our clubhouse and the amenities of the clubhouse, you can have a lot close to that. If you want to be closer to our farm, you can have a lot over there. If you want to be closer to the creek, you can have a lot over there. If you don't want to have to hear a lot of the noise or something, if we're having a major event, you can be further away from the clubhouse. So there are a variety of different lot choices available for people who have different desires for moving to the community. All right. And I also want you guys to look at the each of the rooms. Having these pyramid-shaped rooms, it just gives a whole different charm to each of the rooms in the house. Here's another example of an A-frame. And this is a very modern, contemporary A-frame. So if you want something more futuristic and clean, minimalist, you can get a design like this. Or if you want something more traditional, you can go with the more traditional style. You can have virtually any roof color you want, any front design you want, any layout you want. And our architect and designers will help you throughout the whole entire process in making sure that your vision comes to life. This is a sample floor plan, and this is actually the first house that we're building in the community. As you can see here, the living room is extremely large. You have a double door entry, and as soon as you come in, you are greeted with soaring 25-foot ceilings, and that overlooks your second floor loft here. Each of the bedrooms has its own full bath, and on the first level, the guest bedroom, the full bath has 2 entrances so that your guests don't have to go through any bedroom to use a bath. And that's the same with the loft. We've actually updated this floor plan. So the loft also now, bedroom has 2 entrances for the bath. The upstairs loft also has a balcony that is covered by the roof line. And the loft area, as you can see here, is huge. And it actually looks down over the living room area. So if you're entertaining, everyone in the house can see everybody in the house, whether they're upstairs or downstairs, in the kitchen, in the living room area. Very, very functional floor plan. Um, this lot is a flat lot, and the buyer, the members didn't want to have to climb a bunch of stairs, so we just have a flat concrete foundation here. Amenities. So in addition to featuring 50 futuristic A-frame pyramid style homes, we're going to have a range of amenities, okay? Now, when I say futuristic, we're going all the way futuristic. So these are preliminary sketches of our new Kemet clubhouse. All right, so we need you guys to help us come up with an awesome futuristic or just awesome name in general for our clubhouse. This clubhouse is going to be the hub of the community. It's going to feature a beautiful lounge, bar, multi-purpose space, art gallery type of deal, conference facility, fitness facility, spa. It's also going to house our restaurant. So we're going to have a restaurant like here. We also are going to have a country store slash gift shop as well in this facility. All right. So when people drive up and they pull up into our community, this is our guest house. All right. So we're going full scale Wakanda. All right. We're not settling for the average. We want to show off. So again, these are preliminary sketches. Up here, we're looking at having our ballroom slash multi-purpose space, art gallery space. Beneath here would be the restaurant. Over here would be a conference and fitness upstairs here. Also, as you can see upstairs, all around across all three of the pyramids of our guest house is upstairs rooftop deck space. So all of this space is going to be usable space. The umbrellas that you see here, they will be solar. So you'll be able to charge your laptops, phones, and all of that using all solar. All of the lighting that we have outside will run off of solar for our community. But again, this is a preliminary sketch and design. Restaurant. We talked about having a restaurant. We are going to feature some celebrity chefs. We already have a couple celebrity chefs. Well, actually one celebrity chef. I take that back. We have a couple celebrity chefs who've won those major cooking competitions, so on and so forth, who we will be looking to develop the seasonal menus for our cafe restaurant that will be featured in our clubhouse. And I want to mention that all of the food that is served in our cafe restaurant is going to be farm to table. So it's going to be food that we grow right there at the New Kemet Retreat, or food that we get from local black farms in the state of Georgia, in the local communities, so on and so forth. Shopping. The gift shop, the country store gift shop, is going to feature products from Black-owned companies from America and beyond. In addition to those specialty items, we'll also have Black Achievement Fund merch, of course, as well as convenience items that you will need for any short-term stay. I do want to mention that some of our members who are going to be purchasing homes are going to be doing so for investment purposes. So they will be Airbnb-ing those homes out. And we're doing that so that when you guys come to events and festivals and concerts at our New Kemet Retreat, you don't have to go anywhere to stay. We're trying to have as many places open as possible for you all to rent via Airbnb, and this is another way of us recycling our money back with our own people. The spa, when we talk about being Black, it's a tough job. So one of the things that we want to make sure is that we pamper ourselves at our New Kemet retreat and residential community. So we're going to have a world-class spa, sauna, steam room, all of that. So you can come to New Kemet for a day trip. You don't even have to spend the night and come back to Atlanta or where you live, if you live close by, that sort of thing. But we wanted to make sure that we provide a space for us to pamper ourselves. And a lot of these spaces, the restaurant, all of these things, our members and the greater Black community will have access to these amenities as well. It won't be just the individuals who live in the 50 residences for New Kemet, all right? This clubhouse, by the way, is going to be built on the 2 acres of land that myself and my wife donated to the Black Achievement Fund, all right? So the Black Achievement Fund is going to own this building in perpetuity. So this will be one of our flagship community centers slash clubhouses. More amenities, sports, swimming. Of course, we got to have a swimming pool. We're in the state of Georgia. It's hot, 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 hot here all the time. Our swimming pool, we're going to make sure that it is heated so that we have year-round access to swimming at our facility, not just for recreation, but also for therapeutic reasons and purposes. Tennis. We will have tennis courts as well as basketball courts for outdoor recreation. We mentioned our farm and the farm to table aspect of the New Kemet retreat. We will have a produce farm growing virtually all of the produce that we will be utilizing in our cafe and restaurant. In addition to that, produce that we don't sell or cook on our facilities, we will be preserving and selling in our country store slash convenience store. So you'll be able to buy, all types of preservatives and things like that to take back with you wherever you may come from if you're just there visiting. In addition to that, we're going to have a chicken and beekeeping operation. Everything from the meat, the chicken you eat, the eggs you eat, all of that, we want it to be true farm to table. All right, so we'll have both of those operations going alongside of our produce farm and greenhouse so that we can also grow all types of medicinal herbs that we will be processing right there at New Kemet and selling in a multitude of different states. All right, so another major component and aspect of our New Kemet retreat. We'll also be utilizing our farm and our chicken and beekeeping operations for educational purposes. All right, so we'll have all types of programs for people to come and learn how to grow, learn how to take care of the chickens, learn the process, learn how to be a beekeeper, see a beekeeper, in operation. So we want to, again, showcase that we can create a truly sustainable community, one that combines personal residences with the larger community aspect of having the clubhouse, having the farms, having activities that will be centered there within the community. I cannot talk about our amenities without talking about the trail. The trail is one of the best aspects of the community that I'm looking forward to. We already have, for those of you who've been out there, you already have seen a sketch of the trail. But the trail is going to be a completely curated trail. One leg of the trail will be paved for electric scooters, e-bikes, wheelchairs, that sort of thing. Another leg will be a semi-rugged trail. We will have a creekside trail that will go alongside the creek that starts from one end to the other end of the 94 acres. And then we're going to have a farmer's path or farmer's leg. And that part of the trail will take you along our produce farm, chicken raising operations, and one of our other amenities, which is a petting zoo or animal farm. We definitely know, and you all know, that animals are therapeutic and have been used for therapy from time immemorial. So one of the things that we'll also have available is a small petting zoo for people to come and pet the animals, feed the animals, and just spend the day hanging out with the animals and just reflecting in nature and just getting your mind off of all of the other things that at the end of the day really don't matter. So we wanted to, once again, create a true retreat experience. And for those who live here, I mean, you'll have an abundance of things to do all the time. This is going to be a working community and not just an isolated community of homes. We'll have people who will permanently live on grounds to take care of the Black Achievement Fund's clubhouse. So we'll have a facilities manager, we'll have a farm manager, we'll have individuals who have guest services who deal with scheduling for private events and things like that on the land as well. Events. One of the great aspects about having 112 acres at our disposal is that we can have all types of cultural events on our own land. When I think about how much money Black people spend renting out other people's venues to have everything from our own conferences to weddings to birthday parties to family reunions, I mean, the number has to be in the billions of dollars. We need to have more locations like this where we can go and have an inexpensive wedding. We don't have to charge you an arm and a leg to come out here and have a beautiful wedding in a beautiful environment, and to know that you're recycling all of this capital back into our community. The Black Achievement Fund will already have all the things that you'll need for your event right there. If you need to rent tables, if you need to rent chairs, if you need catering, if you need to rent, a tent for outside, if you need to rent generators, whatever your needs are, all of those things will already be at our New Kemet retreat, saving you tons of time, saving you tons of money with planning and all of those things. All right. So if you want to have a private event, you'll be able to come and have a private event there. If you want to rent out the entire clubhouse, you can rent out the entire clubhouse. But we'll be having our Juneteenth celebrations, our Kwanzaa celebrations, our Black family reunion celebrations, festivals. The place will be open for conferences from all of the Black organizations, fraternals, sorority, and business, and so on and so forth. But giving ourselves another place to spend our own money, another place to let loose, where we can be our authentic selves and not have to worry about posturing or, microaggressions from other people, but something that is truly our own. We looked at communities like Idlewild, Sag Harbor, Langston, Oklahoma, and we marvel at the level of community and peace and tranquility that those communities represented for scores and scores of Black people. This is what we're doing right now. And again, we're about action. You can't just be about talk. But if you don't even have the project put on the table, how are we ever going to develop anything like this? Custom design process. Each of our homes, as I mentioned, will be custom designed. We have an in-house architect that will work with you. You'll be able to um, pretty much do whatever you want in terms of design. The permit process is very simple where we are, but we take care of all of the permits for you, everything that you need to be successful in creating your dream home. Management team, I will be managing the overall development of this project firsthand, ensuring Black excellence every step of the way. We have McAfee 3 Architects, a renowned 100% African-American female-owned firm with over 150 years of collective experience, who are doing our master plan for the entire community. Cheryl McAfee, she was there at our ribbon cutting ceremony. Awesome, awesome, awesome architect. They won the bid to design all 33 facilities of the '96 Olympics here in Atlanta, the expansion of the Atlanta Hartsfield Airport. They've also done museums, they've done transit systems, everything that you can think of. They don't even really do residential, but they're taking this on as a vanity project because they love what we're doing, they love the project, and they want to ensure that we create something that stands the test of time and truly reflects African American genius. So really, really excited to be working with McAfee 3. Cheryl, other accolades for Cheryl, I just found this out recently. She is the first female licensed architect in the entire state of Kansas. In the entire state of Kansas. And she was also named one of the top women architects by Ebony Magazine in 1995. And should be Kashka. Kashka Scott of Mission Builders, he is our general contractor. Kashka, he does new construction for a living, that's his trade. He does luxury new construction. He's been doing new construction over the past decade. He has over 5 new builds in the past 24 months. So we're really dealing with some really, really expert architects, master planners, as well as general contractors. Pricing. We want to make sure that we provide true affordable luxury in our New Kemet community. In addition to having, so our lots range, are 1 acre lots. You can purchase 2 lots and combine them if you want, but each lot is at minimum 1 acre. The lots start from 30,000 and go to 40,000. Custom homes range between $300,000 and $500,000 up. This is an HOA community. HOA fees begin at $100 a month, and all of the people who purchase in this community will be voting members of the HOA. You can nominate yourself to be on the HOA board, to be the president, vice president, so on and so forth. So the fees will be based upon the collective community needs. All residents will receive discounts at the cafe, restaurant, country store, and for spa services and ticketed events. In addition to that, Black Achievement Fund members, even if you don't live in our New Kemet retreat and residential community, you will also receive the same discount as residents for being Black Achievement Fund members. All right. However, that does not extend to the ticketed events. All right. And there'll be different discount codes and things like that for members at different levels for those ticketed events. Right now, we have our first mini subdivision, Pharaoh's Row, that is developed, and we are actively selling 1 acre lots. As you can see, we only have 2 available of the first 5. And this community is a mini subdivision that is right outside the 94-acre plot of land that will house another 35 A-frame homes as well as the clubhouse. This is a gated community, as will the other side of the community will be. As you can see here, this mini development is directly beside the Black Achievement Fund 6 acres. So individuals who live in Pharaoh's Row, they are neighbors to the Black Achievement Fund. This is the 6 acres that the BAF owns, in addition to the 2 acres where the clubhouse is going to sit. And the prices here are for the 2 remaining parcels. And if you're interested in purchasing, our details are at the end of this brochure. All of these lots are flat, by the way. You can put swimming pools on your lots if you so choose. And each of these lots will also have private wells. And the private wells and septic systems come with in the price of your home, so they won't be separate priced. Things to do in the area. Where we are in Toomsboro, we are approximately 35 minutes from Milledgeville's city center, and that is the mall. So 35 minutes from your house, you're at the mall, where there's an Applebee's, Longhorn, Ruby Tuesdays, Hibachi Steakhouse, all of the fast food places you can think of. There's all of the, Ross and TJ Maxx's and all of those sorts of things. There's grocery stores, bigger grocery stores, Lowe's and Walmarts. All of those things are in Milledgeville, and the heart of Milledgeville is 35 minutes away. Macon, Georgia is also 30 minutes away from where we are. The closest major grocery store is Walmart, which is in Dublin, but there's also one in Macon that is 30 minutes away. The one in Dublin is 26 minutes away. Macon has all types of shopping and museums and restaurants and annual festivals. They also have a Pan-African festival each year in April, hosted by the Harriet Tubman Museum, so on and so forth. Dublin is a town, one town away from us. It's approximately 30 minutes away. I would say 25 minutes away because the Walmart is 26 minutes away. Dublin also has a rich Black history, Black culture there. They started doing a major Juneteenth celebration last year as well. Oh, I'm sorry. And in Milledgeville, Macon, Dublin, you have, all of your hotels and things like that as well. Atlanta is 2 hours away from the land, and I'm talking about the heart of Atlanta. If you live on the east side in Stone Mountain, Conyers, that area, you are like an hour and 45 to an hour and 30 minutes away. If you live off of 75, like in places like Madonna and what's that other place? Over on that side, you are like an hour and 30 minutes away from the land. So, you're not in the middle of nowhere. There's plenty of things to do. For those who like fishing and boating, at the end of our street on Old Balls Ferry Road, we have a state park, Balls Ferry State Park. And in that park, you have the Oconee River, and there is a boat dock for you to, take your boat right on the Oconee River. So that's another thing that's to do in the area. The demographics in Toomsboro is a very, very small town, and we're in an unincorporated part of Toomsboro at that. Populations of 2022 was 373 people. It's about 50% Black, 42% white, 7% Hispanic, and 0.99% other race. The median age is 43.8 years old. The gender, women 54%, men 46%. The median household income, surprisingly, is $60,000. The mayor of Toomsboro is African American. Her name is Joyce Denson. And then again, the distance to Macon, Dublin, and Milledgeville and Atlanta is below. We have a frequently asked questions section at the very back. How much time do I have to build once I buy a lot? Once you buy a lot, you have 12 months to build. Is there an HOA fee? Yes, currently it's $100 a month. Do I have to build an A-frame style home? Yes, in this particular community, you will have to build an A-frame style home. Can you use your own builder? No. All of the homes are being built in-house by Pyramid Real Estate Development, and I'm using a lot of the proceeds that I'm making off of the home sales to actually build the clubhouse, build out the amenities that we have for this community. Can I buy a house as a rental or investment property? Yes, however, only 20% of the homes may be used as investment properties. All right, 80% of the homes will always be owner occupied. And that meaning that the homeowner lives in the house at least 6 months and 1 day out of the year. Is New Kemet Retreat and Residential Community welcoming of all people and cultures? Of course. We welcome people of all races and backgrounds who want to experience visiting or living in the African American inspired community. All right. We are pretty much at the end of our presentation. Our contact details are here. We do have 2 New Kemet sales agents that are exclusive for our project, and that is Ashley Edwards. Her email and phone is below. Jackie Brown, and her email and phone is below as well. And we also have helping us out Brother Nasor, and we'll have his contact information up there soon. I want to thank you all for this presentation, watching our presentation, and I will stop here and answer any questions that anyone may have about our project. Any questions, comments? Any,
Yes, there's a question on the YouTube.
okay,
Oh, this is, I'll be able to answer on YouTube also. This is just in reference to updating the payment plan. Okay. Her payment plan is out of date, but you could tell everybody so this way she'll hear it.
yes. For those of you who need to do
Deal.
our audit or update your payment plan, we have a members only section on our web page, and you can contact us, or you can go to our contact page on the website. Let me just go to it if I can find it, and update your credit or debit card there. Let me just go in and show you. Okay. Sorry guys, my computer's acting up. Okay. Sorry about that. If you just go to our website, baf.solutions, and go to contact us, there's a link there to update your credit or debit card. And for those of you who need to fill out the audit, please just go to baf.solutions/audit, AUDIT. Even if you know that your membership is up to date, if you complete the audit, it will really, really help us out tremendously. And you will get a reorder of your founding member certificate in case you have lost it, misplaced it, as well as a nice surprise gift from the Black Achievement Fund. All right. Are there any other questions?
Yes, also, if anyone knows anyone in state, out of state, in the nation, out the nation who is having a Kwanzaa program, we want
Yes,
everyone to send in the flyers. That'll be for the Kwanzaa page.
yes.
Mhm.
And that is, and you can also send that to info@baf.solutions. So any of you out there doing anything for Kwanzaa, or if you want to promote anything through the Black Achievement Fund, you can also, you can always do that through our info@BAF email address.
Anybody have their BAF lapel pin they can
Yes.
show so that we can let other folks know the lapel pins are available and they are limited edition. So we want to make sure everyone of our members get those. I don't have mine on,
Oh,
but
I put you on because I just knew you would have yours on.
well, the thing is, it shows really well on the black t-shirts. I put it
Yeah.
on other things, but it just doesn't show as well. And I got on gold, so I didn't put it on.
Yeah,
You got yours
let me
on,
see if
Sister
it'll
J?
come through.
Oh, looks like Brother Lou, is that yours?
Yeah,
Oh, he has his on. Okay, I have mine.
Yeah, Brother Lou.
I'm on my way to an event. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Looking good, looking good.
Good.
We love it. So
Christmas
everyone,
event. Yeah.
make sure you get your lapel pin. This is part of our fundraising for Pyramid One to get that clubhouse up. So
Yep.
get this members only pin, and we'll tell them about the members only pin. And what's the next one, Sister Miss Faye? The other pin.
The next one will be with the white backing, just like the background behind Brother Lou, and it'll be available to anybody. That's going to be a fundraiser and get people interested in the Black Achievement Fund. But the gold one, the nice one that he has on, is members only.
That's
Yep.
right.
And it is really, really nice. It makes a nice statement.
Yeah.
And it's
It
very
could go on your bag, it could go on your hairpiece, it could go on your tie, it can go everywhere. You could just hook up your stuff.
I have mine on.
I hear that. Sister Jackie
I
got
can't
hers
see
on.
it. You got yours on? I can't see
Yeah,
it.
she got hers on too. I see it.
Who
That's
is
what
that?
I'm saying.
Jackie?
Mama Gloria.
Yes.
Oh,
No, this is Sister Jackie.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, and
Nice.
she's got hers on black as
Yes,
well.
it looked nice on the black. Yeah.
Okay. I also I see
Gotta
Ashley
meet Jackie.
Edwards up here. Ashley, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure.
Ashley is one of our real estate agents for New Kemet.
Okay.
Yes. Good
Okay.
afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm Ashley
Good
Edwards.
afternoon.
I am one of the sales reps here for the New Kemet, working alongside my colleague and friend Jackie Brown. Jackie, you want to say
Jackie's up
hey?
here.
Can you see it?
Yes.
I'm trying to find you guys. I can see you guys now. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
What's your name under
Oh, my name. I'm sorry. Think Recreate with Jackie.
hold on.
Think, recreate.
Okay.
Think Recreate with Jackie.
You're a
Okay.
business member?
Yes, I'm a member. Yes, I am working alongside Ashley to help
Okay.
all the members, but whoever wants to purchase in New Kemet, get it done. We're the sales agents.
Awesome.
All
Yes,
right.
we are super
Fantastic.
duper excited to join the community of forward-thinking, revolutionary visionaries. We are so excited to be here and just kind of see our Key's vision come to life. This is such an amazing opportunity for us, and we're, like I said, we're just so excited to be here with y'all.
Yeah, and
Right.
during the presentation, I can't stop smiling. I get so excited. I'm like, I'm pinching myself. This is really happening. And I know you guys all know Brother Arki. I just told him when I first met him, you're brilliant.
Mhm.
So we're super excited to be here and help you guys and anyone in any way to get this done.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'll
Fantastic.
definitely be contacting you, sisters, because I have property there and I will be looking to sell some homes down on the other end. So
Awesome.
I'll be
See,
looking for you.
new business already. So see, it pays to be a Black Achievement Fund member.
That's right.
Networking.
Absolutely.
That's
Right.
it.
Take
You
care
know,
of
all of the
people.
people
That's
who are
right.
working with us are Black Achievement Fund members. So it's such a delight to know that we can work with each other and we can be professional and we can have the results that every other group has when they work together with each other. So I'm thankful for Ashley and Jackie for coming on, and they're going to answer any questions that you all have. They're going to make sure that you get everything you need to close your deal, to get your house built. In addition to that, they're going to be coming on and having some workshops on the whole home buying process. And Ashley also does planned giving as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah. So my background is in real estate, and I'm a true advocate for home ownership and building Black wealth. But over the last couple of years, my focus has shifted from real estate sales to more so like probate, estate, and legacy planning. So it's helping families keep their real estate, keep their assets, keep their investments after they've put so much time and energy and money and resources into purchasing it. What do we need to do to make sure that we can keep those investments, and should something happen to us, our families can still benefit off of our hard work. And so again, I do a lot of that work alongside Jackie as well. We do a lot of probate work, so assisting families that are either in the probate process or possibly even preparing for it after they've experienced the loss of a loved one. Again, helping families and communities better protect their wealth.
Yes,
Nice.
yes. So for those of you who need assistance in making sure, again, that once you buy a home there, that you're protected, that your heirs are going to be able to have a smooth transition with the deed and the title, and that you don't leave anything for the state or anything to be contentious. I know that she also deals with people who have heirs property. And we know that that's been used to steal a lot of land from Black people. So we look forward to educating our whole community, not just on the home buying process, but how to protect our assets, how to create trust, the whole creating wills and all of those things. So again, thank you ladies for joining the organization. And for all of you who have questions, please don't call me directly. I'm trying to get the stuff up and running, but please contact these ladies. Their contact information is on the brochure and will be on the website today as well. All right. Were there any other questions?
Yeah, I have something on the YouTube. Anybody here? Somebody here wanted to say something?
Yes, greetings,
Go ahead.
family.
Greetings, Brother Chris.
I just enjoyed the presentation, Brother Keith.
Thank you.
The more this plan is coming together, the more enticing it is, and
Thank you.
the wholesomeness of it. I think the portion that I think that's really you know uplifting and gravitating is the fact that you put in place where we can actually have events where you so right in terms of how much money we spend, where people would like to show ourselves out, but if we're able to actually galvanize and have the facility to actually encourage and actually facilitate these kind of events in this in Kemet, it's a great achievement. So I think that portion is a very you know not only intelligent but quite it's part and parcel of the communal aspect of what we're trying to achieve. So yeah, I really admire that aspect of what you're trying to do with BAF.
Thank you. Thank you,
Keep
brother.
forward, brother.
Yeah, that whole, Malcolm X came up with the phrase or the term communiversity. And that was like a community's university. And we're looking at our clubhouse cultural center as a community space. It's a part of our new Kemet community, and the residents will live there, but those residents are there with the full awareness that you're living a part of a community. And we're sharing this space with other Black people with hopes that other Black people see this as an example of what they can do wherever they are. We don't want to be the only ones doing this. You know, we want to be a model. This whole experiment with what we're doing with the Black Achievement Fund, this is about reorienting our leadership establishment away strictly from integration and back to self-determination and, you know, us being in control of our communities. So this is a community event. This is for individual Black Achievement Fund members. This is a remarkable investment opportunity as well as a remarkable community for you to live in. I want to be building a house out there, so you know you'll be my neighbor as well. We got some really, really, really good people who have already purchased lots in the community beyond what you guys saw on the Pharaohs Road strip. But we've also already sold some 1 acre lots on the 94 acre plot, which is being subdivided as we speak. So we have a retired executive from the Peace Corps who's traveled all over the world, who's buying a house. Her daughter is a diplomat, the High Commissioner of Zambia, I believe is her title. We have a retired Secret Service agent under 5 different presidents. His wife is a retired RN. We have a board member, Karen Freeman, who is a retired executive with the IRS. We have, who else? A businessman, a Black businessman who purchased a lot. But we have some really, really, really good people who are moving into this community and are going to be a part of the community. And for those who are purchasing it for investment purposes, it provides an excellent opportunity for us to offer hotel space, so to speak, when we do have these types of events and things like that on the land. And beyond that, we're going to be having, you know, space for people to camp out all the time. So if you don't want to go to a hotel, you'll be able to rent a camping space from the Black Achievement Fund, a nice glamping space from the Black Achievement Fund with the air mattress and the lanterns. Your tent will already be pitched, all of those types of things. So we're going to make it really easy and fun for you to just actually live literally on the land. And bringing up that, I'll be remiss if I forgot to say, if I didn't say, we just got a new member coming in who wants to throw some overnight R&B shows on the land. This guy is a pretty big promoter. He's worked with Rick Ross and Jeezy and a bunch of rappers here in Atlanta. He also did a tour with Dionne Warwick, and he got a lot of B and C list R&B people from the 90s and 80s and stuff like that. So we're in talks with him bringing a summer series of these overnight R&B and soul experiences on our land. So it will start from Memorial weekend in May, and it'll culminate with our end of the year major Black family reunion, which I haven't really discussed, but it'll be coming up, a conversation about that. Our National Black Family Reunion camp out the end of the summer Labor Day weekend. So yes, this is going to be a great, great spot for us to gather and to build and to showcase what we have done. The small group of people, not the 10 million people ain't do this. It's only literally hundreds of people that have put all of this together, bought the land, buying the land, supporting the organization, and your names are going to be memorialized all throughout that community. I didn't talk about our Walk of Fame along the paved leg of our trail, but all of you who bought our donor bricks, your donor bricks will be lined alongside that trail on both sides. So when people are coming through that neighborhood, they'll see these are the people who supported this dream. These are the people who actually believed. These are the people who put their money towards making this possible. So we're not just building a community, we're establishing history. You know, this neighborhood is going to be here 100 years from now, 200 years from now, 300 years from now. Who knows how many people are going to be, you know, use this community as a refuge. So think about the larger picture. So if you are in California, if you're in Michigan, please don't think that this is only for people here in Georgia. This is for our greater community. And the model that we're trying to set here at New Kemet is to inspire other members of our community to do the same things all across this country. And we have a blog, let me get, I've been talking and talking and talking. We have a blog that we set up that I want to show really quickly too, where we chart the whole process of getting a development like this off the ground. It's a pre-construction, well, it's a construction or development, I should say, blog. We have, you know, our deed up there. We have the septic and well permit information, the subdivision ordinance. We have the level 3 soil report, all the things that you need to be able to develop a raw piece of land into a community as I presented today. So
Keith, we have T. Shep asking about the trash. How will the trash be handled?
the trash is actually, the community trash is actually on Old Balls Ferry Road. So that'll be covered with your, what do you call it, HOA fee. Any other questions?
Glenn Johnson said, anyone have any thoughts on One United Bank? I'm from Texas and interested in being a member.
I am familiar with One United Bank. We are currently dealing with Unity Bank, which is a Black-owned bank based out of Texas. So they're the ones who are at the table right now underwriting and the financing for this project. But I am familiar with One United. I just haven't, I'm not dealing with them for this project.
I don't know what type of account he's talking about with them, but I've been with One United since 2020 and have been very pleased with them, savings and checking.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, there you go. And to join us, just go to baf.solutions/join, and you can join as an individual. You can sign up your business, your nonprofit, you know, so on and so forth. So thank you all for coming aboard. Thank you all for all of your hard work. Continue to share information about the Black Achievement Fund, share these videos. They're not going into the void. Once people hear something, they can't unhear it. We're not going anywhere, so they're going to hear us again. So the more times they hear of us, the more times they see us, is just going to move them closer to becoming an actual member. Brother Nasor, you got your hand up?
I got my hand up. Yeah, I wanted to welcome Sister Jackie and Sister Ashley.
Okay, hold on.
Because I wanted to let them know that I'm going to be collaborating with them because I am also a broker in my own right.
Yes, yes.
You know, you know, real estate has always been my background. I've had my company since down here in Atlanta. I had my company since '96, but I got my real estate license in '75 up in Connecticut.
Yes, yes.
I started out in the housing department up in Connecticut. That's what springboarded me into the real estate business.
And Nasor has been very instrumental in helping us find financing too, by the way.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, thank you.
I'm looking forward to collaborating with Jackie and Ashley and putting on those workshops. We did have a couple of workshops that had gone on, and but we're going to continue them.
Awesome.
Perfect. Well, nice meeting you.
Same here. Same here. I'm looking forward to personal meeting and also personally walking the land when we get ready to go up there. We should go up there as a group and see what's going on with the foundations and the land.
Absolutely.
And Brother Nasor he has been a part of the land stewardship since we bought the land. So he's the one who totes our zero turn machine down to the land, you know, helps cut and manicure the land and all of that stuff because it is some work. And it takes days in order for us
Yeah, it definitely
clear
is.
it, just one cut. So I just want to thank you and your son for all of the hard work that you guys have been doing and just everything, man. Really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, my son did say he was going to become a member beginning of next year. I
All
asked him,
right.
but
Well, he's earned the merit. He's earned the merit membership.
well, yeah, he need to be official.
Yeah, yep, yep, no doubt, no doubt. Thank you again, man, for all your hard work.
You're welcome.
All right. We have any other questions, comments? All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
I have a question. I wanted to know if any of them are involved with the school system.
No, we don't have anyone at present involved with the school system, but we do have someone here. We have a partner, Queen Thais with Liberated Minds Institute, which is a homeschool-based organization. And she actually met with me about a month ago to think of some educational components for the land. But did you have something in mind, Dr. Gloria?
Yes, with my book, I wanted to, where I am adding and practicing and developing, sort of like a workbook that goes along with it. And I wanted really to find maybe 5 families that were interested in helping me to build it and get it going. I just want to work with the families like once a week until I get it. They wouldn't even have to pay for it. Let me see, about 8 weeks, because they would be helping me to get it together. But you need to really be involved, with the families in the schools, and they have to give you permission to do this kind of thing.
Most
That's what I
definitely.
was asking.
You call me sometime this week, and we can actually put this out via email so that it
Okay.
can go out to all of our members and supporters.
Now, Sister Pansy did introduce me to some ladies, but I don't know if they live in Atlanta or where they live. I did went through the book, what it was all about, that sort of thing. But it's nothing like having,
Yeah.
somebody that's in the system that knows you and can speak up for you and that sort of thing.
Yep. Well, we'll market and promote it, and hopefully through our members across the country, outside the country, you can get 5 families. I'm sure you'll be able to get 5 families. All right.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank all of you guys once again. Love you guys. Black Achievement Fund hug. We about to build our own Wakanda.
No doubt.
All right. Love y'all. Stay safe.